I've been driving a taxi on the night shift for the past 3 years. During that time, I've met all kinds of strange people, but what happened that night is something I still can't explain. Even now, whenever I think about it, I get chills. It was around 1 a.m. and I had just completed my last ride. I was about to head home when my phone buzzed with one final booking. The pickup location was unusual. An old road just outside the city, right next to an abandoned cemetery. It felt strange, but I really needed the money, so I accepted the ride and drove there. I honked the horn and waited. A few moments later, a woman slowly emerged from the darkness. She was wearing a long white dress. Her black hair covered most of her face, and her head remained lowered. Without saying a word, she opened the rear door and quietly sat in the back seat. I looked at her through the rearview mirror and asked, "Where would you like to go?" In a voice so soft that it sounded like it was echoing from the bottom of a deep well, she quietly gave me an address. After that, she didn't say another word. The entire ride was filled with complete silence. Every few seconds, I glanced into the rearview mirror, but she never looked up, never moved, and never changed her posture. Then, something even stranger happened. The temperature inside the taxi suddenly dropped. It felt as if the air conditioner was blasting freezing air, even though I had never turned it on. About 15 minutes later, we arrived at the address. It was a small, ordinary house with its lights still on. I turned around to ask for the fare, but the back seat was completely empty. She was gone. I never heard the door open, and I never heard it close. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. My hands started shaking. I stepped out of the taxi and looked around, but the street was completely empty. There was no sign of her anywhere. Thinking someone might be playing a cruel prank on me, after a few seconds, an elderly man opened it. The moment he saw me, he quietly asked, "So, you picked her up too?" Confused, I replied, "Picked up who?" The old man let out a long sigh before saying, "My daughter. Today is the anniversary of her death. Every year, on this exact night and almost the exact same time, some taxi driver brings her home from the cemetery. She died in a car accident 5 years ago on that same road while she was on her way home." My legs nearly gave out beneath me. My voice trembled as I asked, "Then, where is she now?" The old man gave a faint, heartbreaking smile and pointed inside the house. The same white dress, the same long black hair, the same lowered head. Sitting on a small wooden table was an old faded photograph. It was her. I didn't say another word. I turned around, ran back to my taxi, jumped inside, and drove away as fast as I possibly could. After that night, I made myself one promise. I would never accept another passenger after midnight, because some passengers aren't trying to reach their destination. They just want to go home one last time.